Alright, it's a 1971 Mustang. We're going to be changing out the starter on it today. Got a 351 Cleveland in it. Went ahead and changed out the starter solenoid. When you change out the solenoid, you're going to want to take off this bolt right here. There's another bolt on the other side right here. This is your negative side. Take your negative wires off with a 1/2 inch. Push those wires to that side. Tuck them down underneath these wires right here so they don't go nowhere. Take these wires off on this side. You'll have the positive wire along with these other wires coming off. Just push them, hold them down. Before you start anything on a solenoid, make sure that you remove the battery cable first. So I got the charger on the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the positive cable and just tuck that over there. All right, now we don't have any juice going to the solenoid, so we don't get shocked. You got two little screws up here. They're 10mm. Take them off, and this will come right off. You just put your new one on, put all the wires back on, bolt it back on there, and your solenoid is good to go. Anytime you change out the starter, it's a good idea to change these solenoids out. The starter was $49.99 at AutoZone. We got the new one sitting right here, remanufactured, $44.99 with a $15 core from AutoZone. It's a Duralast, remanufactured with a lifetime warranty, and this bad boy right here was 13 bucks. All right, when you're going to change any starter out, you might ask yourself, if you haven't already brought the starter in to replace the core, do I have the right starter? Am I working with the right one? This starter right here, you'll see, has got 2 points of contact, one on the bottom, one on the top, and that's a good indication whether or not you got the right one, because this one right here, you can kind of see the dimensions of it, how far it is away. I got 2 points of contact, one here and here, and I got my negative attachment right there. So we'll take a look under the car. All right, and here we have our starter, and we got 1 point of contact right here, and then another point of contact up there on top. So I'm going to get a look and see what size these are, and I'll be right back. All right, so for the nut that's right here that's holding your negative wire on, I took it off with this 9/16 ratchet wrench, and it's ready to come off. So I'm going to take off this nut, take off the washer, and remove that cable. Alright, and for the top and bottom bolts, it's going to be a 1/2 inch, and I'm just using my ratchet wrench to get in there. Alright, this one up here, the one on top, is going to be a little bit harder. I can't get it with the ratchet side of my wrench, so I'm just using the open end of my wrench to get up in there and turn it off. Alright, here you have it. Here's the old versus the new starter. You got the old one off. Gonna slip the new one on. Quick note here before we put this on. You need to make sure that your starter is well grounded to the mount. So you want to make sure that you cut this little plastic piece off here. Otherwise, it's not going to sit flush and you might have a grounding issue. So we're going to snip this. Alright, we got that off there. Now we're ready to put it on. Alright, when you took the old one off, you might have realized it was a little difficult to get up inside of here, because you got this little rod and all this stuff in your way. So I'm trying to do this one-handed while holding the camera and the shop light. So what you got to do is wedge it up in between the bar and just shove it up there so you can get it around, and then turn it. Alright, so now it's sitting in there, and we want to line up our holes. Okay. Alright, now I gotta let you go so I can put the bolts back in. Alright, we got her on now. Bottom bolt, top bolt up here, and we got that wire tightened down. So we're going to go upstairs and give her a shot.